For some reason I lost the footage of the earlier clips for this video, so you're jumping into the story a little bit. So I finished the first weeding job. Took me 2 hours and 45 minutes. The lady gave me 60 bucks. So I actually made a little bit more than 20 bucks an hour. Anyway, I have, I went to the gym to shower up and do some odds and ends. So I need to edit. I'm delayed, or I'm behind on a video, which kind of sucks, but just been, running around doing everything that needs to be done. So I got some videos to edit, been booking more clients for weeding to get my week completely filled up, which is good. I'd like to take the bike to the bike shop and see if they can get me some proper chain lube and see if we can get pedals that aren't clip-in pedals. Right now the pedals on the bike are not the greatest. I actually slipped off them because they're not designed for normal shoes and hurt myself a little bit today. But anyway, and then I have another weeding job later, and then I have the cleaning to do tonight as well. Should put today's total at 155 with any luck, so that won't be too bad. On the way to my second weeding job. Oh, okay. All right, just finished this weeding job. I didn't do 2 hours because I came a little bit late, and then I was talking with the customer. That's something I might need to start factoring in, is talking to the customer, because it's really important, especially if they are getting passionate about something, and it's always, I don't mind either. I don't mind doing it, but when looking at my hourly rate, I have to take that into account. But I actually think it's a critical component of building good roots and relationships with local customers, is like taking time to talk to them, even if you're pretty busy. Obviously it depends, because I have other stuff to go, which I'm on my way to do the cleaning job. Actually not, my boss had to call him. I don't know why, but I have a feeling he's canceling on me, even though yesterday he said he has work. I'm gonna cross my fingers, because I'd like the money, but we'll see. I will see. All right. Okay, we're good on work. It was just talking to me about when I wanted to be paid, if I wanted to be paid before work or after work or whatever. I just told him I'm not super desperate for the money right now, so I can get paid at his leisure. And like I say, he's not a bad guy. It's just been a few times that it's not been as reliable as I would have liked. But we're set for tonight. I got people to respond to for weeding, which is great. That's actually really good, really good. I've done 4 jobs in the past 2 days, so building a customer base, making stuff happen. This lady that I did today, I scheduled another few hours on her property tomorrow. As soon as I run out of work, guess what I'm doing? I'm creating another Facebook and Nextdoor post. All right, just wrapping up work for the day. Made, let's see, 25 from one weeding job, 60 from the other one, 85 plus 45 from the cleaning, which would put our total at 225. Good, making a little bit more profit than working at the mechanic shop. And I had like extra downtime today. I had a block for 4 hours where I wasn't doing much. So, liking that. I have most of my days booked where I'll be making, I think, about $100 from weeding. And then I have the commercial, or the gym cleaning on top of that, so 145 a day. It's a pretty big raise from last week. I take it. We should be able to do that most days. Also, I got it booked in a week from now. I'm gonna do a weeding job, like a big weeding job with Caleb, so that'll be fun. Repay the favor to him a little bit. He's not making very good money at his current job, so I'm hopefully gonna hook him up a little bit, at least for a day. We'll see, maybe we'll work together more. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the best thing to do with this truck is. Not because I know I can utilize it. I think it would make sense to stay in the back, because that's a pretty nice, like, enclosement there. I might need to do a little bit of waterproofing, but really, it should be pretty good, I think. It's very dirty, the whole truck, so when I get a chance, I can ride it and get it rinsed up. And then I need a place to store my bike, because I'm gonna want to take my bike with everywhere. And there's lots of little things on this that I might want to repair, but before any of that, there's some weird clanking when I drove on this side, so I'm gonna have to look into that. That would probably be the first thing, because before I put time in elsewhere, look at the most critical components, which is that it's excessive, the clanking. I don't know what's going on. The wheel could be loose or something. I'll need to take a look down there. My best absolutely dog shit guess at what the issue is probably a wheel bearing. I went down there, it didn't look like there was anything super messed up with the other suspension components, and the issue goes away almost entirely when you're turning, try and remember when you're turning left, all the weight comes off this wheel. And so if it is a wheel bearing, the problem gets way better when I turn left. And it only feels and sounds super bad when it's going pretty fast. And then the other thing that could be needed to be done is the spark plugs. Those aren't a huge project. I think I want to get a tool set, because if I have any vehicle, since I have some mechanical experience, we were able to get this thing running, for example. I think having a tool set on hand is going to be good. I want to mount this topper better, because I'm not 100% trusting of the little screws we put in. I mean, it should be perfectly fine for now, but yeah, some things need to be done. I think the first thing is figuring out the big mechanical issue, and then I'll clean it, and then I'll start decking out this area for a bed, and then I also will need to think about where I'm going to park it every night. I'm thinking I'll rotate parking lots like Myers, and like Myers, Walmart, etc., etc. Right now, let's see. I'm going to practice a little bit more with the manual in this parking lot. I think that would be a smart play. I'm going to do a little bit of more testing. I realized I have a spare tire jack here, which means I can crank up the wheel, which means I can feel for the wheel bearing and see if there's play. It would be a lot of play. There's something, like when I was driving, it was aggressive. An aggressive level of clanking, I guess, would be a good way to describe it. Okay, got this baby jacked up. Huh? Not quite what I would expect to feel if it was a wheel bearing. it's feeling not too terrible. That's a lot of like the actual tire feels a little finicky. Alright, well, I'm gonna drive it a little bit and see if I can feel it more. It's not feeling too terrible. My shifting abilities, I mean. Like I could pull into any spot here, which I actually in fact will do. Push in the clutch, put it in neutral, let off, coast it right into the parking spot. That, what is that? I want to say that's the drive shaft clanking, but it's not a, because I feel like I felt that before, but it's probably not a big deal. Okay, now if I want to go into gear, push the clutch down, go into first, go to my grip point, which is when I start pulling forward just a little. Now I give it a little bit of gas, going very, 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 very smooth on the, taking my foot off the clutch. Slowly taking my foot off the clutch. We're off all the way. And we're chilling. I was a little bit nervous to get back in here, but there's a saying, if you get kicked off the horse, you want to get back on it as quick as you can, because if you don't, you'll develop a fear and like you might never get on it again. So I mean, I was sweating last night when I was practicing because I just needed to get here. It was late, and I had like 40 minutes of practice with the manual transmission. We're getting it. I can get into first gear pretty well. I'm sure I'll have a few hiccups, but as long as it's not like as long as nobody's life is at risk. Oh, I pulled it too soon. So now I can just push the clutch in, go in. I think easing off it is the real key until I get the feel for it. Now we shift into neutral now. Okay, let's leave this for now. I got a little bit of practice in. I want to try getting my bike pedal. I want to get proper pedals on my bike, and I think I can do that with my tools. And I think Myers has a cheap set of pedals, and that would be just a good thing to do. And then this thing needs to be get a good cleaning in it. But after that, it's like, okay, well, spank me and call me a chicken wrangler. That should work perfect. Now, do I go with the higher quality, more expensive $17 universal bike pedal? Probably. It does feel heavier duty. Now I'm like torn. Do I go with a little better? I think I am, because these days my limit's time, and even if it's a little, I don't know if it's a mistake. It's only $7, so if it is a waste, live and you learn. I'll live and I'll learn. And I need to get some actual bike lube. They don't have any here though, which is surprising. But I'll stop at the bike shop at some point, because I need, what do I need? I need lube. I'd like to rewrap the handles, because even if my truck's working good, dude, navigating downtown Ann Arbor, and it's not even busy yet, is kind of a pain in the ass. So if I get like a really good bike and a working truck, I can bike most anywhere that's close, because my bike's well optimized. I'm in shape. It actually might be faster to bike. So that's my philosophy there. Okay, I did a little bit of thinking. I decided it's not worth getting the more expensive pedals. As much as I might want to feel like I have a ton of money, I gotta be thinking budget. And the benefit from going from a $10 pedal to a $17 pedal is not the same as going from no pedal to a $10 pedal. And it's the benefit is probably microscopic. So unless this one has it looks like it's going to be easier to mount with my tools, which this one should be okay. So see, now I just saved $7 is kind of how I'm thinking about that, which is like a meal and a half with my, maybe, yeah, about a meal and a half with my current food rate. At some point though, if let's say I have maybe $5,000, I would put like $400 into optimizing my bike, because even marginal gains will stack up over time. And stacking a bunch of marginal gains adds up to a much more substantial gain. So if I did like 10 improvements on my bike that made it a few percent more efficient and a few percent more easier, then that'll stack up over days and days of biking. All right, let's see if we can get a bike pedal changed with the not at all right tools, but a very determined mind. Broke that loose. Oh, my tool is rusting up from sitting in this, rain. That should do it. Let's give this bad boy a spin. Oh, the grip. Oh, man. Made it back to camp. Okay, what did we do today? 2 weeding jobs. Made 85 plus 45, 90, 100, $130. Pretty good. Spent $20. Bought some food. Bought the new pedals for the bike. Both worthwhile investments in my mind. Tomorrow, what do I have tomorrow? Well, I know I have weeding jobs. I just don't know what. An 11 a.m. weeding job and a 4 p.m. weeding job. 11 to 2, 3 hours. Oh, it's getting hot these days too. Kind of sucks, but... And then it's going to be cold in a month or two. But, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Oh yeah, I'm going to watch some van life videos. I'm leaning towards skipping an apartment entirely and going just with a van. I know a couple people who've done it through the Michigan winters. I think it wouldn't be that, I don't know. I don't think it would be crazy hard. If it can be done, then I most certainly can do it. So I would just stack cash until I can buy a nice van, which would probably be, I want to say, $3,000 to $5,000, which shouldn't be too hard to do in the next 2 months. If I can deck out the truck good enough to keep me, if I can deck out the truck a little bit, then we might be good with that for 2 months until we can buy a nice van and start working from there. But I'm gonna watch a video, I think, tonight before bed, just to get an idea of like how they have it set up and stuff. Start feeling the waters.